Hey Aquarius, welcome to your March 2021 reading. I don't know what it's going to be about. I'll just start reading and see what shows up. If you'd like a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box. So, without further ado, let's begin. Let's get some messages for Aquarius, please. What do we got going on? Okay, some kind of ending, some kind of death. Could be a death of a situation, a death of a relationship, a death of a person. Maybe you have a new perspective on things. It feels like you might be starting over, making a new life in a lot of ways, or a new, like shedding your old skin and just kind of rising up as somebody new. I think you might see things in a very different way than you used to see them. I think there were a lot of things that maybe you were blind to, or you just didn't want to see. You could be dealing with a situation or people that were kind of narcissistic, mean, gaslighting, manipulative, cruel, somebody or people that delight in cruelty. And there was some kind of death of something that kind of changed your perspective on how you see things. You could be kind of coming out of a depression, coming out of a dark time as well. Or you could be letting go of any kind of addiction issues that you might have, shopping, sex, money, alcohol, drugs, and just kind of letting go of those darker aspects of your life. Like they've risen to the surface. You want to let them go. You want to start new. And I think you have a new perspective on things, looking at things in a way that you previously couldn't see or willfully weren't seeing. Could be dealing with some really toxic situations or really toxic people, and you just want to cut it out of your life. What else we got for the Aquarius? What's coming ahead? Okay. Yeah, I think you don't want to fight anymore. Things that you might have put a lot of effort into, or a lot of something that you might have had to like stand up for yourself a lot, or put a lot of fight in, or constantly defend yourself. And I feel like you're breaking free of that. You're like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to fight. I don't want to defend myself. I don't want to have to constantly stand my ground. I just want to break free of it. I see the clarity of the situation. I understand it for what it is. You might have gotten some kind of truth or message about this, or just an inner insight, and you just are done with it. Tired of having to defend yourself, tired of having to stand your ground. You don't want to anymore. It just feels like you were maybe getting attacked from different angles, and I think you see the truth of it, and you're done with that. I don't even think you have the energy to defend yourself anymore. Yeah, you just want to break free, move forward, just go forward, break out of it, and fast too. I think you're done with something where you had to defend yourself constantly, or always in a, like where you always had to maintain your spot. It could have even been like at work, where you're always fighting with a coworker or a family member or an ex or people, and just constantly, and you're done with it. You're like, I'm out, I'm done. No more defending myself. I'm not even playing this game anymore. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think you want to be happy, and you want to, I think there's been people around you that are just emotionally manipulative, immature, playing games, lying, guilt tripping you. Somebody could have betrayed your trust that you were really emotionally invested in. And I think you realize that you have to let go in order to be happy. I think you just want your happiness. You don't want to be surrounded by these people anymore. So I think a lot of people that are not good for you or toxic, either at work or relationship or job or family or friends, are going to start fading out, falling away, coming up. And mostly because I think you know, it's like what you give attention to flourishes, right? So negative attention is still attention. So I think you're realizing, you know what, like if I don't even give these people or the situation any attention, then they're going to fade out. And the sun will start shining again, you know? Okay, yeah. So there could have been some major event, some major shift, destruction, some things fell apart, just crumbled, and it was just like a massive demolition of the way you saw yourself, your life, the way you felt about things, just some big event that made you realize, you know what, there's bigger things for me to worry about than engage in constantly defending myself and dealing with this toxic, petty stuff. Like, I think some major event happened that challenged the way that you see the world, and it just kind of made all of those things and those people seem like it's too small. It's not worth your time anymore, and you see it for what it is, and you just, it's one of those life-changing events, you know, if there's like a big death of a person or a situation or something happens where it just changes your perspective, and it puts everything else into perspective, because the foundations crumble, often the foundations of your life. Or if it's not anything physical, like losing a job or whatever, it's just like a crumbling of the way that you see the world or perceive yourself or the situations that you were previously engaged in, and just broke it all open. And you're like, and now things are just fading away. And I think fading away almost effortlessly, and people are fading out. And I think you feel like, you know, even though the event might have been shocking and traumatic and upending, it feels like the sun's coming back. Like it's like these things are just, everything blew up. These people started fading away, and it was traumatic and upsetting. But then I think now you're kind of like, but wait, now the sun is coming back, you know, almost effortlessly, now that these dark situations and energies and stuff are fading out. There's so much more room for me to breathe and be happy and invite lighter energy into your life. Cool. I like that. Okay, let me get a couple more cards here from different decks. See what they have to say. And then I will let you go on your way and carry on with your life. Okay, what do we have for Aquarius? Okay, so if you're thinking of doing something and you're kind of holding back, or, you know, you want to make a new start of some kind, go for it. Be bold, take the first move, be brave, and take a chance. It might not work out, but, you know, it might. Even if it doesn't work out, it'll land you somewhere else. It's like that quote, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Like that. Sweet results await. This and that are true. And magic works through you. Okay, yeah, so if you want something, or you're thinking of taking a leap of faith into something, or with somebody or something, go for it. I think there might be like some sweet results that await. Like I said, it might not be exactly what you wanted. It might be, but there's something waiting for you if you make that first move and take a chance. Take a leap of faith. One more. You know, I'm Aquarius dominant chart. I'm a Cap, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, and Rising, but I have 11th house stellium and Mercury, Mars, and Venus in Aquarius. And I feel like this message is for me. There has been something that I've been thinking about. I'm kind of scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. Big change. Okay. New beginnings. Yeah. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So yeah, don't hate your past, don't cringe over it, and the best you can, try not to hold on to resentment and hate and anger, because, you know, the more debts we hold on to, the more we become in debt, if that makes sense. Like the more that we feel like people owe us something like an apology or anything, the more space that's taking up. And then sometimes that manifests in like outside debts, like more bills and stuff like that. So start that new life. Realize that everything had to happen for a reason. It always does. And Ace of Gabriel, gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing and a sense of wonder. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of things ahead for you, like new beginnings and like I said, letting go of that negative energy. And you don't have to let go of the past. You don't even have to like forgive the people in your past. But we can try to understand that, yeah, it had to happen that way. And what did I learn from it? And where am I now? And how can I grow and move? Because life is richer the more experiences we have. You know, I had some really, really hard times in my life. And today I was out walking and I thought to myself, you know, if I didn't have all of those hard times and the good times, and I didn't have so many complex experiences, I wouldn't be able to read tarot for people as well as I do, because I needed to have those experiences so I could understand what people are going through. Like if everything was kind of light and easy, I wouldn't understand like the turmoil and trauma and pain and sorrow and highs and love and whatnot, and fear and all of the more beautiful things as well, if I hadn't had those experiences myself. So think of it that way too. Everything that you've accumulated and gone through serves its purpose in some way, and maybe try to think of the ways that it serves you or other people now. So, okay, Aquarius, I hope that helps, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.